Shalom, Israel. Are the children Hebrew Israelites despite the nationality of their mother? Some say yes, and others say no. Which doctrine is correct? The good news for us is that there are plenty of witnesses that confirms the truth. Can these witnesses be held against us on Judgment Day? Maybe. Scripture teaches us that the Most High will shew mercy on whom he will have mercy. Does that mean we should tempt him by disobeying the Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 3 through 4 command? I don't recommend that we try him. But I pray the Most High have mercy on many of our sleeping brothers and sisters who procreated with other nations. After all, they are not aware they are the seed of Israel. However, how can I pray for those that are awake, especially the ones who teach others that it's all right? It's justified because some of our fathers and mothers married outside of Israel. Well, our ancestors did a lot of things, and we kept going into captivity over and over again. So that should tell us that we can't always follow what they did. But this question about marrying Gentiles is answered multiple times in scriptures. It's in Nehemiah chapter 13, verses 23 through 27, Ezra chapter 9, and in the Apocrypha, 1 Esdras chapter 9, verses 1 through 36. Still, there are some that teach otherwise. But the Most High's will is written all over the heaven and earth. So many have unknowingly admitted over and over again that they do understand. I will show you how with my initial question. We know the answers by these spiritual principles. You reap what you sow, and kind after his kind. When the Most High created vegetation, flying birds, fish in the sea, beasts of the field, and every creeping thing, they followed these spiritual principles. Our thoughts, words, actions, and even so-called man's inventions follow these same rules. This means if I sow an apple seed, it bears an apple tree, not an apple orange tree. An olive seed bears an olive tree, not an olive fig tree. If a woman mixes ingredients for a sweet potato pie, the result is a sweet potato pie, not a sweet potato pumpkin pie. If someone follows a blueprint to build a Bentley, the result is a Bentley, not a Bentley Ford Escort. If a nation sows bloodshed and terror, then their descendants reap bloodshed and terror, not peace. If a Negro man sows his seed in the right soil, then he will beget a Negro, and not a Negro and some other race. And so on. Let's move to kind after his kind. A shark mates with a shark, not a whale. An eagle mates with an eagle, not a hawk. A lion mates with a lioness, not a tigress. And a cricket with a cricket, not a cockroach. And so on. Most of creation follow these commands unless, and I say this in quotes, mankind has polluted it. Now you may think, but these commands weren't given to Adam and Eve. This is true. But something happened after they ate the forbidden fruit. Genesis chapter 3, verse 15 teaches us about two different types of seeds of mankind in the earth. We have the serpent seed and the woman seed. I will come back to this shortly because I want to revisit a beast of the field. Let's look at man's best friend. Those adorable dogs are witnesses that we understand the answer to the question. Here's a scenario. A male Siberian Husky mates with a female pit bull. She conceives and have puppies. What do mankind call those puppies? They call them mixed or mutts. Did you notice that we didn't call them Siberian Huskies after the father? That's because we understand that a purebred can't mix with any other blood over many generations. Okay, that's understood. Here's another scenario. A couple with small children wants to buy one of those puppies, so they research the behaviors and characteristics of both the Siberian Husky and Pit Bull, proving something more damaging, that we understand behaviors and characteristics are passed from the bloodline of the father and the mother. Wait a minute. So does that mean if the breed of pit bulls are prone to aggression, that there is a high probability that it can pass to its puppies? Yes. So we know all of this about animals, but when it comes to mankind, we allowed Satan to pollute our understanding? Let's go back to the serpent seed and the woman seed. If they both have seeds, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that from the serpent seed comes all types of unrighteousness, evil spirits, and wickedness. And from the woman's seed, righteousness. Here are other things that we need to consider that is being passed from the father and the mother. 1. Diseases. We understand this when filling out an application at the doctor's office. They don't only ask about the medical history of your father, they want to know about your mother and other family members too. 2. Curses. We endured the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. Some biracial children endure it with us simply because their skin is dark. But now that the Most High is shifting those same curses onto other nations, will those same children have to endure the curses for their father or mother of those nations? 3. Future promises. There's a promise that the Israelites will rule the next world, and the Gentiles that are grafted in have a different type of promise. 4. Future judgments. Despite what is commonly taught in churches, there are future judgments on certain nations. If you don't believe me, read the scriptures. Jubilees chapter 16, verses 7 through 9. Exodus chapter 17, verses 14 through 16. And read the first chapter and the only chapter of Obadiah. Now, I think some of the people will be spared, but do I know which ones? Truth be told, I don't even know which Israelites will be spared. However, we should ask, what does that mean for the biracial children from those nations? But now I understand why the Most High created the law prohibiting the marriage of Gentiles. For details on how he feels about it, read Jubilees chapter 30. Don't listen to some teacher. Read it for yourself. He says it is a defilement and contemptible. Those are the Most High's words, not mine. If you read the 8th verse, there's a heavy penalty on Israelites who defile the seed of Israel. I don't know about you, but no flesh is worth that. In fact, nothing is worth losing my birthright or favor with the Most High. But back to the original question. Are the children Hebrew Israelite despite the nationality of their mother? No. According to the spiritual principles and the word of the Most High, the Israelite man begat a Gentile. If he begat an Israelite, then the ones who sinned in Ezra and Nehemiah would never had to put away the children. Now, he may try to convince himself or others that the child is an Israelite, but the principles of you reap what you sow and kind after his kinds are witnesses against his doctrine. Shalom. Thanks for watching.